So, hello, everyone. Welcome back to Grace Nicole Myths, Astrology, and Tarot. This is Hippo and Oxpecker, the secret code name, Divine Duality secret code name readings. For those of you unfamiliar with the Divine Duality readings and these secret code name events, the secret code names are purchased by individuals. All right. They know what secret code name is theirs. Hippo and Oxpecker is someone's personal divine duality reading. This is their inner masculine and feminine energy. The beauty of these secret code names is that anybody can resonate to them in divine time. They can be drawn to the secret code name. Hippo and Oxpecker might stand out to you, resonate to you, be called to be clicked, right? And if that's the case, then there's a message in here for you, okay? That your healing is also connected to the healing of the individual who bought this reading, okay? That the message that is there for you is present as well. So with that said, we are going to be getting right into it. Divine Duality secret code names. The masculine energy is within the self. The feminine energy is within the self. This is an inner energy reading, okay? This is about you and you alone. This is about your head space and your heart space, your yang and your yin, right? Masculine and feminine, where your thoughts are, your drive is, your choice making is, and where your receptivity is, where your feelings are, okay? So we're going to be getting into this. The Alchemy of England Tarot is what I'm using for the masculine. The Naked Heart Tarot is what I'm using for the feminine. And then for guidance at the end, I am using the notes from the universe on love and connection. All right. This is Hippo and Oxpecker. Now, Hippo and Oxpecker, if you think about hippos and oxpeckers, which are these birds, right? They have, and forgive me because it's been a hot minute since I've been in biology class, I believe it's called a symbiotic relationship, okay? Where the two of them are an unlikely pair and yet one benefits the other, right? It benefits the other and vice versa, because I believe the oxpecker will like eat the insects off the hippo. So the hippo draws the insects and the oxpecker eats them off. So it kind of works out, right? It just kind of works out. The hippo attracts what is unwanted and the oxpecker is able to remove what is unwanted and therefore be able to eat and be nourished and, you know, all of that good stuff. And the hippo in return doesn't catch diseases or things from the insects or be swarmed with annoying little shits all over them, you know? So it's a symbiotic relationship. Hippo and oxpecker. So, Spirit, please, getting into the masculine energy for those who would resonate to the secret code name, Hippo and Oxpecker. Where is the masculine energy, the yang, the willpower, the choice-making ability, the thoughts, right? The headspace. What is going on in the aspect of the self that is thinking and choosing? What is going on? Clarities, please. Bottom of the deck is the moon. Top of the deck is the King of Chalices. Okay, so right now, consciously, you're choosing to keep your emotions, what you're feeling, under wraps. Okay, the King of Chalices is someone who has developed emotional strength in that they're not just letting their emotions pour out of the dam. You know what I mean? They understand. This is someone who consciously understands that allowing their emotions to just flood out works against them. So keeping the emotions under control. Okay. It's also because there's a burying of acknowledgement of what is going on deeper below the surface. Okay, why all of those emotions are built up behind the dam to begin with, right? Why there is so much emotional pressure. It's needing to understand that. Underlying energy with the bottom of the deck, with the moon card, this is about knowing that your emotions, all of those built up energies, right, behind the dam, spirit's trying to help you recognize the fact that, and it might truly come to light with the full moon in Aquarius, right, this higher perspective that would be coming along with the full moon coming up, that your inner demons, your fear state, you have to keep that shit on fucking chains, right? That you cannot let it run rampant in the night to destroy what you love in your reality. Knowing that acting from fear state, acting from lack, acting from worry, acting from doubt, acting from insecurity, right? Acting from a place of, I don't know if I can love myself, I want someone else to show me. Acting from those things, you know, is detrimental. And so you are very aware. You are very aware of the fact that you are keeping your shadows on a fucking leash. The problem is they want to break free because you can see the chains breaking here. Okay? You can see the chains breaking. And in order for the dam not to bust, right, in order for the dam not to flood out, especially at the wrong people, you have to understand why there's so much emotional pressure to begin with, right? Why those emotions are building beyond the surface. And really take a look at that so that you can allow Mother Nature to just kind of slowly decrease the water level, right? That your own nature would lower the water level, the pressure behind this dam, so that it doesn't flood over or bust through. Why do you feel the emotional pressure? Now, getting into the cards, right? Because that was just the top and bottom of the deck. Getting into the actual cards here. Okay. We have the Two of Coins, clarified by the Emperor. Now, the Two of Coins is about an ideal versus a reality, and one not matching the other. This is knowing that you're putting on what is essentially a juggling act, okay? It's like that putting on a happy face and everything is great and I'm strong external presence, when inside, in your heart to hearts, you don't have the reality you really want. You don't have what you really want. You're putting on this persona. You're putting on this persona that everything is great. I'm exactly where I want to be. I'm strong. I love my life. And yet a part of you understands that you're also juggling an inner state that says, but I'm missing things. The external projection is, I have everything together. My life's complete as it is. When the internal state is saying, yeah, but this is missing. This isn't perfect. This is what you want. You don't have it yet. You know what I mean? Like, It's like literally like just the fact that I had to take off my glasses and feel like I gotta rub the fog out of my eyes. It's like spirit wants you to see. And you gotta rub the fog off. If things are not ideal, it's because you gotta choose it, Emperor energy. If things are not ideal, you gotta choose it. And I'm not saying you have to take actions towards it. That will flow naturally after you choose it. The divine masculine is the shot caller. It chooses things. It's the willpower. It's the drive and determination, right? It's what we are passionate about. You just simply have to choose it here. You have to choose it. Once you choose it here, the actions flow. You don't have to choose the actions. The actions flow from the choice made in here. People think once they choose something, they have to do something about it. You don't have to do anything. You just have to choose it and let the actions just be what they are. Because as soon as you choose it, you will absolutely be inspired. Knight of Wands, you will absolutely be inspired towards the right effort. You'll be inspired towards the right effort, whatever that effort is. The right actions or the right choice, actual choice to make in the reality. You'll be guided, right? You'll be guided or inspired to do it. Once you make the choice, the thought patterns change. You go from thinking about what you don't have this and what you don't have that to being pinged, right? To being pinged from spirit to do certain things. And you're just like, okay. You just can't fight it, right? once you choose something in your highest good, you can't fight the inspired feelings that come after, right? The nudges that come after. Which you might have a tendency to do, because following that is the 2 of Swords with the 8 of Swords for a total of 10 swords. Which, that's fucking harsh. That's arguing. That is arguing with your spiritual poles to shift and saying, nope, I'm between a rock and a hard place, like, because I want this, right? And I've chosen this, but I'm not willing to do this, or I'm not willing to do that. And therefore you end up between a rock and a hard place and spirit can't do anything. You're trapped in the mental prison with the 8 of Swords. It's self-sabotaging. It's self-sabotaging. In the background, there's some Medusa shit here. Look at the skull with all the snakes surrounding. You can't even look at yourself in the mirror, or you turn to stone. You know what I mean? It's that kind of energy. Nope, I can't see myself in the mirror. Nope, 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 nope. Nope, 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 nope. You're terrified of what you see if you look at yourself. If you actually look at what's building the pressure, the emotional pressure. You're afraid if you go down in there to figure it out that you won't come back up. That you'll get lost down there trying to figure it out. But you won't. But you won't. The 6 of Wands is about a victory card. It comes out with the 4 of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. Like, you have to be able to retreat and find reprieve in a brand new foundation. Brand new foundation starts within the self. 6 of Wands is a victory card. You have to be able to claim your victory by taking a break. Taking a break from what is essentially the emotional pressure and allowing yourself relief to start a new foundation. I think you want the break. I think you want the new. I think what that means for you to actually get the break and get the new, I think that's requiring a reset. It's requiring a reset. You're afraid of the reset. It's almost like switching from hydroelectric power, right, with the dam. It's like a switch from the hydroelectric power to wind turbines to get energy. You're like, you know, I don't need all of this emotional pressure building up. I don't need the fear of the dam breaking. I don't need that pressure. I can create energy just naturally with the universe inspiring my thoughts, right? Air energy just blowing through me, just thoughts. I can allow the wind to give me energy versus all of this emotional pressure. It's like having to swim to the bottom of that reservoir of water, that buildup of water, and installing a sub pump to just send it to the ocean. Starting on a clean slate and using that valley that is created with all of the absence of the water, all of the absence of that emotional pressure, and just putting in some wind turbines. Getting rid of the dam. You don't need the dam. Let a nice small river flow through the valley and make everything flourish and green. You know what I mean? Like it's metaphorically learning how to create energy a different way. Switching up how you create energy for yourself. Really, we've got 8 synchronistically here. We've got multiple 8s, multiple 2s, multiple 4s, 2 4s and 8s. In the mind, you need balance, stability, and a new loop. And a new loop. The only way to gain control of your reality is to reinvent yourself in it. Reinvent your reality. And I can't help but feeling like you have too many people in your reality. Too many people. It's a part of the emotional pressure that's building. There's too many people. Maybe you're holding emotional responsibility for other people when really you just need to take responsibility for yourself. Because you can only handle so much before you break. You know what I mean? And you can't get your energy from other people. You have to get your drive and your willpower from within the self. All right, so if that's where the head space is, where's the heart space? Where's the feminine energy, right? The inner yin, the receptive aspect of the self. You know, this is our vibration. This is where we feel from, and what we feel is the energetic alignment that goes out into the universe to manifest. That's what we receive. So what are you feeling about? Because that's the energy that comes back, right? That's the energy that comes back tenfold. Got the Ace of Wands out. The Five of Cups, the Three of Cups. The Lovers with the Four of Cups. Give me clarities, please. The Eight of Cups. Two of Swords. The Seven of Swords. Queen of Pentacles on the bottom. Six of Swords on top. Your heart knows you need to move forward, like I said, out of a turbulent situation and into a more peaceful one. You got to be more independent. Bottom of the deck. But it's almost like being afraid of being independent because you feed off the energy of other people, are inspired by helping other people. You get your energy from other people, but you need to be able to get it from yourself. Like if you think of ox and woodpecker, you get your energy from someone else. Like the oxpecker gets its energy, gets its food source from someone else. It gets it from the hippo. It doesn't go off and find food out there on its own. It sticks with the hippo and feeds off the hippo. You know, it's kind of like that energy of needing to morph, right? Needing to redefine your energy. Like the hippo brings in the pests. The hippo brings in what is essentially the insects that are pests. It draws them in. So if you have connections like that you're holding on to with people, if you have connections you're holding on to because they've become your nourishment, you have to understand that your nourishment is a pest. It's an energetic pest. It's a distraction. You're holding on to the energy of other people to feed you instead of getting out of that cycle. You've got to be able to go with the current, right? Turtle energy, riding the current. And in this case, it's the suit of air. It's swords. Like I'm talking wind turbines and shit. Like the synchronicities are no joke. You've got to want a new reality where you're not feeding off other people's energy to drive you forward, to define your day. I would bet you spend more energy talking to other people about what's going on in their life and their problems and letting them, you know, be that for you, where they're hearing you, and it's like this back and forth where you're constantly talking to each other about what you wish was different in life, what you wish, how you wish people would be, and how this and that, and it's just this perpetual cycle of being disappointed with the outer reality How much time do you spend doing those things? Because all of that time could be spent doing self-focus. Take 90% of the time you spend talking to other people about problems, their problems or your own. Longing, whatever it is that you discuss that's distracting you from yourself. And you're feeling the emotional pressure build. It's about to burst. Like you probably have shit going on in your actual life that needs attention, and you're distracted with other people because they're what's feeding your energy. And you're not feeding your own energy. The Ace of Wands with the Eight of Cups, like Spirit's inspiring you to move forward. Like you probably need a whole new group of fucking people. A whole new crowd of people. You might need to go and do your own thing for a while. Just retreat into yourself. You know what I mean? You might actually need to just stop and retreat into yourself and focus on what you need to get done. And everybody else is just going to have to fucking wait because you need attention. Like legit attention to better your circumstance. You need to give attention to you. You can't answer that phone call today. You can't answer that text message right now. You might not be able to answer it and get into it until tomorrow. You might not be able to answer it until the weekend. Like you might have to seriously start telling people they have to wait because you need attention. And the only person that's giving you attention and helping you is you right now. Your heart space is too busy focusing on all of the lack, right? I was talking about this. It's all of the lack, all of the things you don't have. And you're manifesting more of it. You don't even realize how you're dropping yourself an anchor between a rock and a hard place. You're going to constantly be dealing with rocks and hard places. And feeling the lack and feeling the without and feeling the I need, feeling the I hope, I this, I that. And it's like... Like, what does the oxpecker do if the hippo dies? And it's not manifesting food for it anymore. It's got to go elsewhere. If it stays with the hippo that's dead and is no longer bringing in nourishment, it will fucking die. It has to move forward and find nourishment elsewhere. It has to choose it for itself to go elsewhere. It has to choose to nourish itself and not stay stuck with the same hippo if the hippo's gone. That's the circle of life, right? Some Lion King shit. It's a circle of life. The oxpecker can't get so attached to a specific hippo because that specific hippo manifested nourishment for it for so long that it can't possibly fathom getting nourishment from another hippo. If the oxpecker got hung up on a single hippo and the hippo left its reality and was no longer doing what it did, like it has to move forward or it will perish too. And these third-party situations, I knew. Your heart knows that these third-party people are, in fact, stealing your energy. We have the Three of Cups with the Seven of Swords. Your joy is being stolen. Because you're giving it to third-party energy. They're like mice. In your pantry. They're feeding off your good energy. They're getting some kind of internal gratification. A great example, right? A great example. Let's just say a friend is in an unhealthy relationship and you're single and you hate that you're single. and they're in a relationship and you're constantly talking to them about, you know, how I wish I had this relationship and I wish I had that relationship and you're so lucky to have this person, and they're like, yeah, I know, and blah, 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 blah. But when you hang up the phone, you know, they're not happy. Or they're talking to you about how they're unhappy in their relationship, and you're like, yeah, but you're so lucky to have them, and blah, 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 blah. And they're feeding off the fact that you wish you had what they had, even though it's unhealthy. And they wish they were single and could leave their relationship, but they can't. And you're feeding off of each other like it's okay to be unhappy where you're at, even if you're in different places. This person feels like they have something that you want, and vice versa. And it's that wolf energy, right? That werewolf energy that's like clawing and breaking through the fucking chains. Where the fuck is that card? It's this. You can't keep it up. You guys are you're focusing on lack and what you don't have and what you wish you had, and feeding off each other's pain bodies. Your divine mirror is missing opportunities because that person, hypothetically speaking, the friend in a relationship that's not healthy, but at least it's a relationship, right? The divine mirror, the eagles, the higher perspective, the lover's card, the choice, the crossroad is seeing that you're missing an opportunity. You're missing an opportunity seeing this mirror. Why do you want a relationship that's toxic? Just because it's a relationship and it's better than being single. You know what I mean? And they're giving you advice like, it's okay, you'll find somebody one day, and blah, blah, blah. Like, you'll find somebody that loves you, and yet they're not taking their own fucking advice. The two of you are probably talking to each other, giving each other great advice, but not taking your own advice. And that's the fucking problem. You have to be able to take your own advice. If something's dead, move on. Whether you're in a relationship or you're not. If it's dead, move on. It's dead. It's dead. The nourishment's not there. If you're in a relationship and it's not healthy and you're sticking with it because you'd rather be in a relationship than be alone, even if it's toxic, you got to move on. It's dead. There's no passion there. There's no love there. There's no inspiration there. It's just mundane, redundant. This is my pattern. It's unhealthy, but it's better than nothing. Shit. If it's dead, move on. Whoever the third parties are, these thieving energies, they're in your mirror for a reason. You have to be able to take the advice you'd give this person, any of them, especially if there's more than one. The divine mirror of things, you have to be able to take your own advice. Have to. Even if it applies to the person you're giving the advice to. You should just leave. You should just move on. You're not happy. Take your advice with that person. Just move on. It's okay. You're not happy. Why are you staying involved with this person? It doesn't make you feel better. Y'all are focusing on what you wish you had, instead of saying, I need to break this cycle so I can actually go achieve what I wish I had. You're wasting your emotional energy and missing an opportunity. And your heart space knows it. Your heart space knows it. Your divine feminine energy is what you're feeling about. It's what you're intuitively sensing and picking up on. You feel it. You know it. You are wasting your time with this relationship with these third parties. You need a reset. You need to start fresh. What's the guidance, please, Spirit, for secret code name Hippo and Oxpecker? Yeah, create space for new love. Love is right here all the time. Create space for new love. It says, when a thing hurts your eyes, stop looking at it. When it hurts your ears, stop listening to it. When it hurts your heart, stop justifying it. I love you so much, the universe. I shit you not. Stop. If something hurts your eyes, stop looking at it. If something hurts your ears, stop listening to it. And when it hurts your heart, stop justifying it. Stop. Stop. Your reality needs you. Your reality needs you. Your face value, facts reality. Your to-do list needs attention. Your soul needs attention. You need to take your own best advice that you would give any of these third-party people. And you need to snap into it, or your reality is going to catch up with you and crash in your face to where you have to deal with the mess. You can't deal with anything else. Tackle it. Spirit would not be giving you this message in divine time. Perfect divine time. If it were too late to snap into it and focus on yourself. It's like saying, hey, I love you, but I can't have this conversation right now. I got XYZ to do. I'll catch up with you as soon as I can. Hey, I know we always talk around this time, but I can't today. I have to do this. I'll catch up with you when I can. Sorry, I know you sent me a long text. I don't have the time to read it right now. I'll read it first chance I get, but I can't right now. Whoever is taking your energetic attention isn't helping the reality that's creating pressure for you. They're not bettering your circumstance and helping your reality. You need to align with what helps your reality, what benefits your reality to be better. They're not helping your reality be better. They're not actually making you feel better. Matter of fact, talking to them probably makes you feel worse, probably has your head spin, probably has your heart space all tangled up in their strings. It's not healthy. This is your blind spot right? These divine duality readings, we can give the best advice to other people. We could see what they need to do, what their problems are, and we have the hardest time seeing ourselves. These divine duality readings are to help you see in your blind spot. That's you. This is your blind spot. This is the light that you needed to see. Okay? Don't be blind to yourself. Do what is in your highest good for you. The rest will work itself out. When you take your own best advice, other people are forced to take theirs. Because that's the beautiful ripple of things. Love ripples. When we love ourselves, others are forced to do the same. With that said, my love and support is with you always. Always, always. And I have faith this message will in fact serve your highest good well. All right. Until next time. Take care.